with Sacred Insights 101, ready to do your reading for August. The very first two cards that you got are Rebirth and Higher Education. A rebirth and higher education. Higher education doesn't really feel like it fits very much, but it does. So what they're saying, what it feels like in this reading overall, is that there's a bit of a rebirth happening in terms of you being taken to the next level. It feels like you're being taken to the next level. With these eclipses and the July energy of this, sort of stop and start and push and go and lots of strange things were going on in July, and August also kind of looks like there might be a couple of things that you're gonna work through, and so it's almost like they're sort of preparing you for this, to let you know that you're reaching a new level. And as part of that, your sensitivities will be increasing again, like to the next level. So it sort of feels like everything is the next level. If things were challenging before, now they're going to be slightly more challenging in taking you to the next level. The rebirth also has much to do with sort of endings and beginnings. It looks like a couple of things need to end. One thing that wants to end has to do with ancestors. And this might have come up before, where you were looking at ancestral patterns that you were going to be healing. And this time they get more specific actually and let you know that it has to do with the mother. So it's family, it has to do with the mother. Now, even though this says ancestral, I get a really strong sense that it's your ancestors may be coming in on the other side to sort of help you, but it feels like it's a pattern that has affected you in this lifetime, and it wants to be healed. It wants to be healed now. Let go. Let's see. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible. Mother healing is possible. So this one says a family wound healing is possible, and it has to do with the mother. It also looks like it's in the subconscious, so it's going to be tricky for you to get to. You would have to go do, it's in the subconscious. This has come up in a lot of readings this month for August. It looks like it's in the subconscious. So you'd have to go sort of back to childhood is what they're saying. Childhood. Go back to your childhood. In this lifetime, it says we have the birthday card. See, talking about birthday. There's a significant birthday, and it feels like it's yours. Your birthday. There's a couple of meanings now. They're talking about a rebirth. But it's also the fact that you had a birthday, you're here, you had a day that you were born, and so you're here. And so this wound, childhood wound, can end and needs to, and it's part of taking you to this next level, because you're going to learn a couple of things. You're going to learn about tapping the subconscious. You're going to learn how your mother may have affected in some negative ways your life, and heal that, learning to heal that. So that is going to be helpful. And then we have a couple of bits of advice in these cards too. So the mother card says, let go of the need to be right. And this one talks about choosing to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all, and remember that love has no boundaries. And there's two here. In this particular reading, these two feel like they're referring to your mother and you. Even if you're a male, it's that there's two of them here, and the mother, it feels like it's your relationship with your mom. something in that wants to be healed and is calling for forgiveness. It could be calling for forgiveness either way. Whether it's you forgiving yourself, you forgiving your mother forgiving you. There's just forgiveness. These two are wanting to be together and talking about forgiveness, choosing forgiveness in order to heal the relationship with your mother. And letting go of the need to be right. Choosing peace. Choosing peace. Making a deliberate choice for peace, to let it go, let go of the need to be right. There's a difference between wanting to be right and a need to be right. So they're saying to let go of the need. It's okay to have different opinions. You could say, let's just agree to disagree, right? And sorry about the arguments, and you know, it can heal. It feels like it can heal very quickly, depending on you, depending on your mother, depending on the relationship that it has. But forgiveness would be really helpful to letting go of the dynamic between the two of you that's not serving either of you. Actually, I mean, this reading is for you, so we want you know, what serves you, but it feels like your mother as well. Just let it go. To just letting go. They're saying letting go of the need to be right, letting go of whatever the situation was. Maybe, okay, it feels like there was a few sort of very specific situations in childhood that might want to be looked at. And they're saying, you know, you can look at them and just go, okay, I see what happened there, and let it go. Again, choosing peace and choosing to just go, okay, you know, from a child's perspective, you might have seen it a certain way. As an adult, looking at the same situation, looking as an observer of sort of the internal parent, looking at that, back at that childhood experience, and looking on as a parent of it, right, of your younger self, you would have a different perspective on it. It might be easier to let it go from that perspective. If not, depending on how challenging it is or was, these two cards also came up to indicate that for some of you it just might be really hard. Either really hard because the relationship with the mother is very challenging, or the mother is no longer, like there's just no communication with the mother at all, kind of thing, or it just would be too hard, or it's just you know, you're not sure how to get to it, it's just too painful, or you're just not sure how to get to it. These two cards are coming up to say, and these can work too depending on the situation. This one is saying angel therapy from Raphael is just saying, you know, if it's too much, just send your cares and worries to the angels. Just say, you know what, please take this. So maybe you're not able to get down to the situations and the childhood situations that may have caused it. They might have been too painful that you're not able to access them just yet. But you can still ask the angels, because the angels know their perspective is all of it. So the angels know. So you could say, can you just please take this, whatever it is. Please help me forgive. Please help me let go. Just take it for me. Just can I hand it to you so you can just take it away? You can do that. If you ask, they will do that for you. And Raphael is here to say, yes, if you'll ask, they'll do that for you. You can just take it away. Just shift that energy and just take it away. And the other card that you got that's similar is from Saint Padre Pio, talking about healing. And this card is referring to the power of prayer. So you could, the power of prayer. Again, just say a prayer to say, please just take this for me. Just take this away. Clear any traumas that may have occurred. And help me let this go. And He will. He will, and He will. The angels will. They will help you. They will help you clear whatever it is. So you might, it feels like some of you are sort of waking up, you know, maybe getting memories. Some of you may all of a sudden from this reading get some memories of, oh yeah, that time when I was 6 or 7. They're saying 6 or 7. There's something really horrendous happened. And so you might want to talk to your mom about it, kind of thing, and try to work out what occurred. If not, and for others of you, you just may not even be able to get to it. And so that you can move on with your life, you can ask for them to just please take this away. The power of prayer. Please take this. And trust that they will. Trust it. They're also suggesting kind of the common things that they typically suggest is to get outside, get into near some water to recharge your batteries if you're feeling, if this situation over here is, you know, emotionally exhausting, you can recharge your batteries with some water. And they're also saying to get outside and get some exercise. Those pretty much come up in almost every reading for everyone, to get outside and get some exercise for some movement so things can move. You also got these 3 cards talking about children. So we had this birthday card. He wants to come back. This birthday card about childhood, right? He was referring to childhood wound, but now they want to talk about the childhood sort of innocence, and indigo and crystal children. They're saying that you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive, and as your sensitivities increase, you will be more sort of lined up frequency wise with these children. So spend some time with children is what they're saying. So this card is just as much for the image. Spend some time with children to sort of, as your next level, right? As your next level, as your rebirth to the next level for you is to remember your childhood innocence, playfulness, sweetness, right? Life may have kind of toughened you in certain areas because of certain situations, and they're asking that you spend some time with children, the innocence, the sweetness of children, to bring back those qualities that are within you, to wake those back up. If they may have been suppressed, they might have been suppressed from the mother. And so to spend some time with children, sweetness, the sweetness of children, that innocence of children is in you too. And so by spending time with children, you're in that frequency, and your awareness, as your sensitivities increase, you'll see it in the children, and just know that this is also in you. And also talking about children, you got Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick, Santa Claus is here talking about generosity. And he's wanting to come up in here with the children and the sweetness and the children. Saint Nicholas was very generous with presents and gifts and sharing with children. So they're asking you to do the same. Remembering and remembering, rebirth, remembering who you are. Generous, very, very generous, childlike, sweet, loving, innocent, those kinds of qualities. Spend some time and feel into Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus. Wonderful, wonderful being. All right, now at the same time, and if that resonates with you, that can work out. And then we also have this other, now This card right here, so let me show you how they wanted to lay out like this. This is how they wanted to lay out on the table, like all 6 of these cards, 6, 7 of these cards like this, and topped off with this card here. This card right here is saying that it will end fairly and justly, and this card on top, typically it's about fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This card typically indicates legal activities, legal events. It may or may not, but it might be a pretty intense situation that you might be in handling, dealing with, managing. And for those of you that resonates with, we have several cards here, all saying the same thing, basically. To focus on your strengths as you get through this situation. Focus on your strengths. Believe in yourself. Believe that anything is possible. Believe that what you are wanting can happen. Believe. And this card is just believe. Believing whatever it is that you're wanting can happen, can occur. By focusing on your strengths for one, and then there's more cards. But so she's basically saying believe in yourself, believe in possibilities, believe in spirit being with you and helping to allow anything is possible. Believe this. You also got the card that says to believe in yourself. Focus on your strengths and believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities to manage this situation. You guys are good at this. You'll be all right with this. Assertiveness. Being assertive. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. Only say yes if you really want to. You also got don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. So there's 2 cards. Standing up for your beliefs. Believe. Believe in yourself. Standing up for your beliefs. Standing up for your beliefs. Like, this is just profound. So if any of you are in this situation, man, you got a lot of support here. In reminding you that you have the strength in you to get through this. Just stand up for what you believe in. Only say yes if you mean yes. Especially if it's a legal situation. Only say yes if you're willing to, if it's all right with you to say yes to that. You also got to stand up, vigilance. Hold your boundaries. The stone people are stone, right? They are stone. The ocean can come and wash over them and they don't budge. So they know what they want. They're stone. They don't budge. Hold your boundaries. Hold your boundaries. And if you do have a legal situation, if there is a legal situation and you resonate with this, you know, the legal people do everything they can to not, you know, the other side in a legal situation, they're going to do everything they can to win. So everything about this is stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what you believe in, hold to your boundaries. Only say yes if it's okay with you to say yes. This is a lot of cards talking about this. So if this resonates with you, I'm with you. Spirit's with you. You also got to be bold. Be bold from Freyja. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. She has a couple of meanings, but she wanted to go into this set also. So one of her meanings for your reading is part of this, to be bold, stand tall. She's wanting you to feel into her energy. Bold, powerful, Freyja. Very bold, very powerful. Be bold with this. With standing up for yourself, not budging on your boundaries, what you're willing to do. Being assertive, saying yes only if you want to. Believe in yourself. focus on your strengths and believe that anything is possible. You can have what you're wanting. All right? Powerful stuff right there. Right there, powerful stuff. Be bold. So she's also, hopefully, if you're in that situation, you know, let me know in the comments below, and I will say prayers for you every day in August if you're managing that. I know how rough that is. So I would love to send you extra courage and love and boundary setting. Rock people. I'll send that to you every day. All right? If that doesn't resonate with you, then that's wonderful. But if it does, there's some help. Okay, and now Freesia also wants to come along here and just kind of completely shift gears. And now we're talking about best friends and laughter and taking a holiday. This is what July felt like to me. It's just like this really intense stuff, and then totally fun stuff, and then go and start, and then something would just, you know, it just felt like a pinball in a pinball machine a little bit, back and forthness with these eclipses and the big super moon. It just feels like the energy is just push me, pull you, bouncing around. And the readings, several of the readings have come up this way as well. So you've got your healing with your mother, you've got potentially a legal situation, you've got spending some time with children and sweetness and loving children as your sensitivities are increasing. And now they're kind of like switch gears again, and or not, right? Because if you go through a big healing like this, you're going to deserve to celebrate. If you go through a legal situation and it gets, you know, resolved, celebrate with a holiday trip, take an adventure. So now she's wanting to talk about take an adventure, take risks, be adventurous. And that works really well for you guys. Be adventurous, take a trip, have a good laugh, best friends, you know, maybe go with some really good friends. Now the friends card is also saying that in this situation over here where you're needing to be assertive and not backing down and believing in yourself, there may be some friends that don't really want to stick around for that, in which case you wouldn't want them to stick around if they're not going to support you, kind of thing. Like, you get to know who your friends are through that sort of situation. And so your best friends that stick around and they stick with you, you know, take them on this holiday with you. Take some friends that make you laugh a lot, laughing a lot on a holiday trip. Holiday, big adventurous trip. Just have fun. Have fun. It is August, right? So it's the last month of summer. You can celebrate, take a trip, laugh, relax, you know, get some good, happy energy going on. Let go of all the other stuff while you're taking this trip. Just go and have fun. Just go and have a great time. This card is also referring to surrendering to any guidance that you get from Spirit in these situations, really in anything. Surrender to any guidance you get from Spirit, which you will be getting. You will be picking up more things as your sensitivities are increasing, as you're going to this next level. So surrender to what you receive from Spirit. And then we got this, your wish is granted. Your wish is granted, whatever you're wanting. And by the way, this comes under this, under all this stuff. So that's good news. Oops. See, it's a lot of cards. This comes underneath this one. Your wish is granted. Patience, please, though. Patience, and then this one it says patience again, so you can't really rush some things, just can't be rushed. Your wish is granted, meaning it's granted. Spirit hears you, it's on the way, right now. Patience. So what does this say? what you're asking for is coming, but there are unseen factors that need to occur first. So patience, and then it will be worth waiting for. Your patience will then be rewarded, is what this says. So have patience. Your patience will be rewarded by having your wish granted. And all three of these want to go together, and all three of these were underneath all of this, referring to this situation. If this resonates with you, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, but yeah, so what you're wanting is coming. Unseen forces need to happen first, but your patience will be rewarded. And it looks like in the winter is when some things that you put into place now, apparently there's some things that some of you are putting into place now that looks like by winter. Winter could be, and they're saying November, December, January, February. Sometime in that time frame. Yeah, when your wish, and that came at the end of your wish is granted. Your wish is granted in the winter. So hang in there, you guys, and getting through this healing, you are going to the next level. The next level. Yep. Because you can, that's where you are in your growth. That's wonderful. Going to the next level. All right, you guys have a great August. I love you. And until next time, take really good care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon.